In yesterday's video, I had shared some anecdotal observations that I had made of this very strange behavior I had noticed in the wildlife living in the small patch of woods behind my home here in North Florida. Something was just off, and many of you confirmed down in the comment section that you had noticed the same thing. Well, in today's video, I have some physical evidence, and things have gone from just a little strange to completely and totally bizarre. Most folks living here in Palm Coast, Northeast Florida, are very familiar with the red-shouldered hawk. They live in the high pine trees. Their call is unmistakable. You hear it every morning, most days, into the evenings. I have never, ever seen one just drop out of the sky. I went out to do some mowing. This is an empty lot right next to me. Primarily, the reason I mow it is for the grass clippings to compost the garden, but also to keep it looking nice. And I noticed something large, so I decided to go clear it before I continued to mow. And it bothered me so much that I went and got a camera to document this. Now, there's nothing around here. It is nothing but trees in an open grassy field. Can someone tell me what would cause a perfectly healthy, full-grown, red-shouldered hawk just to fall out of the sky for no reason? Now, I had gloves on, so I decided to handle it, pick it up, and see if I could find perhaps evidence of predation. Maybe it had gotten into a fight with another hawk. Maybe it had gone after a snake and been bit. There's absolutely no damage, and it's a healthy hawk. It's at least a pound. And based on observation of how large a hawk is supposed to be, this type, it's right in that range. Now, sorry about the camera work. I'm more used to working in front of a computer than I am outside. But it seemed as if it was almost could be alive. There was no, it hadn't been there long. There was no evidence of any kind of inordinate rot or smell or anything like that. Now, of course, I went and immediately sanitized, washed my hands, even though I was wearing gloves. Here in Florida, you have to call Fish and Game and have a call into them, and they will come pick up any raptor, eagle, hawk, anything, kite that you find. You have to report, and so they can log it and they can figure out what happened. But I just decided to show this, that we have this beautiful, wonderful, undisturbed patch of woods. It's not huge, but it's enough to hold quite a bit of wildlife. And I just cannot imagine what would take out a full-grown hawk. Some people had mentioned things like 5G. There are no towers around here. 5G is a very short-range thing. And this hawk, this particular one, had been circling. I had noticed all day. Now, it's springtime, and like I said in yesterday's video, I have squirrels out back, lots of them, 6 or 7. So it wouldn't be a very strange thing to believe that a hawk might notice that and might be eyeballing some of them. But this shocked me. I've related this before, that I grew up in farm country. I didn't live on a farm myself, but I've seen lots of deceased animals, and usually you can determine old age, predation, a fight, an accident, something like that. There was nothing wrong with this animal at all. And I just took some screenshots here and decided to bring it in and do some measurements on it and look a little bit closer. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Very, very, very odd. I did find, however, this strange article here. North Carolina reports first avian flu deaths in wild birds, including hawk found in Wake County. A red-shouldered hawk found in Wake County was one of the first 4 wild birds confirmed to have died of a highly infectious avian flu in North Carolina. Now that's quite a ways away. Hawks like the one shown here are more likely to die from avian flu than the waterfowl they prey on. Now, most of the hawks here, I'm just going to spitball here. I don't think they're preying on waterfowl. At least the ones here, it's got to be rats and mice and squirrels. Because even those of you who've been over to the Florida Maquis backup site, Alpha site, who've watched the trail cam videos, can see that there's an ample supply of rodents for these birds. So, I mean, I guess maybe you get one wrong meal at the wrong time, and that could be the end of it. But anyway, just wanted to keep this updated because it seems like a lot of you were interested in this and had noticed this as well. I've done a little bit of research on avian flu, the one that they're talking about, and it's not risk to humans. So I don't think handling it, I did anything extraordinarily risky, but once again, washed my hands, sanitized my hands every single time. I would not recommend, going out and randomly doing this, but there's not many animals you find anywhere in Florida like this because they usually live to a ripe old age and there's plenty of food and plenty of habitat. A lot of people believe Florida is overpopulated. There are certain areas that might be, but most of the areas, at least I've lived in, I wouldn't describe as overpopulated, at least not compared to the north, for sure. So anyway, right here at the end of the video, I wanted to do a quick update on Jennifer Veterans for Truth and the Patriot Nurse. We had talked about them back 31 March because there was a big line of storms that went through Lake Charles. Apparently the storms went all the way around her house, Jennifer Veterans for Truth, and they came out unscathed, so praise God for that. 31 March, when I made the video, I should have done my homework. The Patriot Nurse was in Columbus, Ohio, 30 and 31 March, training folks. And so while she wasn't there that day, I'm not sure what the status of the fires is outside of Knoxville, but I have to imagine that she's probably okay if she was able to transit back and forth between Knoxville and Columbus. She is going to be here for, I believe, 4 days in Jacksonville, Florida, doing her 101, 201, and 301 plus class, I believe at the end of April, end of this month. So anyway, those of you who are interested in top flight class training, check that out up in Jacksonville. So anyway, I hope everyone has a good week. God bless. Keep your eyes open. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.